In the aftermath of the 2024 election, America is even more divided than before. Half the country fears the end of democracy, and the other half welcomes it. As America inches toward the brink of authoritarian rule, now more than ever, we must force ourselves to have the necessary conversation. Welcome to the Necessary Conversation. I'm Chad Colchin. With me is my very famous lefty sister.
Hey,
Haley
right
Pope,
there.
Haley
Where is
Pop.
she?
It's me.
There
It's
she
Haley
is.
Pop. It's me. Yes.
There she is, right here. Can't
Right
believe
here.
she's still talking to us. And
I
my
can't believe
mom.
she came back. I can't believe she came back.
Came
She's here
back.
now.
Came back to the podcast. You're too famous for us now.
Oh, right. Okay.
But also we have with me my mom, who I dare say is MAGA, but is no longer conservative. She holds a
Is that
lot of
what you
views
call
that
me
go
now?
against the conservative grain right now.
I think we
Well,
should
there's
call
this.
her Mimi Mamdani.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. No. Just
All right.
because I said that one thing doesn't mean.
Not that one thing. You've said a bunch of things over the course of maybe the last month.
How many
Universal health
X's?
care, abolishing
Yeah.
ICE. We're going to get to this in the listener question. Do you have any ditties?
Well, I just want to say to Haley, I'm very proud of her. I know she sold down of her bakery. There were lines. It was crazy. It was chaos. She sold down of all her merch.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Haley. Proud of you. Dad and I are proud of you
Thanks.
for being
Wow.
famous.
It was a liberal cause.
Yeah.
Because I said, I'm not fucking celebrating the 4th of July.
I
So-
know, and I thought that was weird.
In relation to everything that's going on with Haley, can you finally admit that go woke, go broke is completely wrong?
No, I won't go that far. No.
You're seeing evidence of it in her shop. She literally is selling out all of her stuff because she's so anti-right, because she's so leftist, so woke.
I know. When she first started the bakery, we really, both Dad and I thought, don't mix politics with your business. No one that we have ever known that did that was successful.
You
Who-
watch
but-
Newsmax 24 hours a day. That's
Who
all
has
it is.
the people don't do this. I mean, I think that's maybe the point. People are afraid to put their ass on the line because they want to appease everyone, and I just have never given a shit. I don't care if I isolate the audience. Like I've said this before, I don't fucking want MAGA in my bakery. I don't want them there. So I think it's a good thing. Fucking set your boundaries. Who are you? Let me know. I don't want to support a fucking person that supports a rapist. So if there's another small business in my town that supports Donald Trump, I don't want to fucking go there. Why can't we lay it all out there? Why can't you?
But you have made Donald Trump cakes, you said. If someone wants one, you will bake it.
Yeah, I told you I'll make anything that's not hate speech. The minute we enter that
Okay.
territory, get fucked.
All right.
Okay.
Mom, do you have any ditties?
No, that was my
Okay.
ditty. Proud of Haley.
That was the ditty. We're going to move on to our listener question. If you have a question you'd like us to answer, all you have to do is record it in a 1 minute or shorter video format. Email it to thenecessaryconversationpod@gmail.com. I get a lot of submissions, so please put question in the subject line. And if you are sending it via Google Drive, make sure that whoever you're sending the link to can actually access the file. I get a lot of them where it's like you click on it and it says you have to ask for permission to actually download it and see it. So just make sure all that stuff's in place. Here is our question. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Hi, Colchin family. My name is Lauren. I am 34 years old, Canadian, but I live in Australia now with my wife and kids. My question is for the newest member of the Abolish ICE movement, Miss Mary Lou Colchin. If you woke up tomorrow and you had all of the evidence that you needed, that Trump had committed all of his crimes and corruption that he has, and that the Republican Party covered it up, in the next election, would you be more likely to still vote Republican, or do you think you would vote for the best candidate regardless of their party? Basically, is your loyalty to the party or to the evidence? Anyways, love you guys. Hope all the best for Bob. Haley, please keep pissing off MAGA because it's just so fabulous. Love you guys. Love from Australia.
Australia.
All right, there you go. So the question is essentially, are you like loyal to the party of MAGA, or would you vote for a candidate outside of MAGA if they represented policies and views that you think are important?
I have always voted straight Republican,
Okay.
usually.
Yeah.
There was a time a few years ago when Dad and I did not. But anyway,
What?
at this
Who'd you
point
vote
in the
for?
game,
Yeah. Who? Yeah.
What are you
Wait.
talking
I
about?
Back
forget
up.
who it was.
Was it
I
Ann
forget.
Richards? Was it like a? Was it a state level or like a president?
At a state level. Yeah, at a state
Did
level.
you vote
Okay.
for Ann
At this,
Richards,
I think I
governor of
might have.
Texas?
Yes. Yes. I think maybe that was it. And at this point in the game, at this time, I would vote for the best person that I think could do the job. I really would.
So, so you might vote for a Democrat.
If
Yes.
it's the best person to do the job.
Well, we've got two issues. Like, I don't know what your big issue is going to be in the next presidential election, but we've got two big issues that you are now a full-blown super lefty lib on.
Hmm.
Universal health care and abolish ICE.
Yes.
You agree with both of
Yes.
those, right? No Republican on any ticket will have those
Okay.
views. So
I'm
it
going to
boils down
backtrack.
to like,
I still say abolish ICE, but I want to say something.
okay,
I still say abolish ICE.
okay,
Then a couple of my MAGA friends send me stuff to remind me why I was for ICE. And then I think, oh my gosh, in Houston, the 13-year-old, Joycelyn Maugre, I think was her name. I'm sorry if I didn't say it correctly. And the two illegal Venezuelan men that tied her hands together, raped her under the bridge, and then threw her away. That's the people I want ICE to get out of here.
right.
But
But
that's
that's
not
not who they're
happening
getting
now.
out. Right.
That's right. That's what I'm trying to say. So in the beginning, I thought that's what ICE was. I wanted the drug cartel out. I
Mhm.
wanted the drug people out. I wanted people like that were harming people out. But now that's not happening.
Hmm.
Correct.
So, I mean, I'm not
Under Trump. He
backtracking. I'm
doesn't care if it
saying
happens or not.
stop ICE.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, because you've been through now the medical system in America with all this shit with Dad, um, you've seen these two murders now, which we're going to talk about in the first subject. You're saying abolish ICE. These are two, I assume, important issues to you.
Yes, they are.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
No
they are.
Republican on any ticket is going to share those opinions. So, how important are those issues to you in the upcoming presidential election?
How do you know that they won't be on their ticket to say that?
Because they're Republicans. They
Yeah.
don't want private, or they don't want universal health care. They want privatized health care so that we all pay more money to them. They want and need ICE in the streets to sow fear into the general population so that they control us with fear, so that they can also potentially take control of elections, which we're going to get to in one of our topics as well. No Republican will be for those things.
Okay.
So I'm asking
I'll
you
make my
if that's the
decision when I
case.
see all that, I guess. Hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to keep reminding you of it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your question. Again, if you have a question, just record it in a 1 minute or shorter video format. Send it to the necessaryconversationpod@gmail.com. What'd you say, Mom? You got a little something? Hello,
No.
Mom?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Our
glitching?
first topic. No, you're glitching. Our first topic is ICE. In the past 2 weeks, ICE has killed 2 people. On July 7th, ICE officers killed Lorenzo Salgado Araujo in Houston. He was a 52-year-old Mexican national, and he was not the person ICE was looking for. He had no criminal record and was close to obtaining a work permit after 35 years in the U.S. Then on July 13th, ICE murdered Johan Sebastián Durán Guerrero in Maine. He was a 25-year-old Colombian national authorized to work in the U.S. legally. DHS claimed he attempted to flee a vehicle stop, although video evidence seems to show that was not the case. And again, he also was not the person that ICE was targeting. The ICE agent who killed Guerrero is David Michael Bruliette, a 37-year-old from Manchester, Maine, former police officer and U.S. Army veteran who was hired by ICE this year. He previously worked as a police officer at a VA facility, briefly as a corrections officer at the Maine Correctional Center, and had 2 stints with a volunteer fire department where he was, quote, removed for shouting and refusing to follow a supervisor's orders. His ex-wife, Ashley Bruliette, says he called her after the shooting, admitted he was the shooter, and asked her to lie for him and vouch for his character and to not talk about the abuse in their marriage. She refused, describing violence during their marriage, including an alleged incident where he pointed a gun at her in the shower and threatened to kill her. She said she wanted to speak out because she had previously reported concerns about his mental health to his military superiors and said he has displayed racism, worrying it may have played a role in the shooting. ICE's reaction was to issue a nationwide pause on vehicle stops, but within hours of reports of the pause, Trump himself posted to Truth Social, quote, "We cannot give up one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools, the traffic stop." Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed vehicle stops are now continuing. Mom, on Wednesday, you said abolish ICE. Now Trump is saying we need them back out in the streets doing exactly what they did when they murdered these two men. Do you agree with Trump?
No. They did suspend them, though. They suspended vehicle stops for a while, it said.
No.
For 30 seconds?
Yeah, Trump literally posted on Truth Social, we need vehicle stops to continue. That's their best weapon or whatever. And now they're doing it again.
I read this. A federal judge ordered major changes at an ICE detention center in California requiring improvements to medical care, sanitation, food, recreation, and other conditions at the same time that he did those temporary stops.
But Trump, the guy you keep saying is my president, is saying, fuck this, put them back out on the streets. I like what's happening.
Right.
And the kind of people that ICE is hiring are literal criminals. This man abused his wife, pointed a gun at her, asked her to lie for him, and then he fucking murdered somebody. He should be in prison. But this is the kind of crop that like they're hiring, you know, dangerous people.
I said get rid of ICE. I said it. I mean it. So quit banging my head against the wall.
I'm not banging your head against the wall. I love that you said that. I think it's one of the biggest steps you've had in the history of our show. I love it. And everybody does. The DMs and stuff I'm getting are like, oh my God, she's coming to our side. This is great. What I'm trying to get is the next step. Like abolish ICE is great. But the next step after that is who's responsible for the way ICE is currently handling themselves, is currently operating. It's Donald Trump.
Right.
And so you're there now. You get it. You see the light that ICE is doing bad shit. It's bad people they're hiring. They're not training them properly, and they are killing people that aren't even their targets, let alone here legally. All of that said, when ICE itself, when the agency itself says, all right, something is fucked up, we need to stop traffic stops at least for a minute because our ICE agents are killing people during them, and that shouldn't be happening. You with me?
Yes.
When ICE is saying that, Trump then says, no, keep doing what you're doing.
Are you sure it's Trump? I thought there.
Do you want me to read you the whole his whole post? I have it here.
Holman was in charge now.
This is what Trump posted. This is immediately after the murders. The men and women of ICE are doing a great job. One that has to be done. Crime is way down in America, in many cases with numbers that haven't been seen in decades. The open border policy of sleepy Joe Biden allowed 25 million people to pour into our country unchecked and unvetted. Many were criminals, and we have to get them out. In order to do this, we must be strong, tough, and smart, and we cannot, all caps, give up one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools, all caps, the traffic stop. Once we do, we are playing right into the criminals' hands. The radical left Democrats would like to see this done, but it won't happen on my watch. ICE, be judicious, fair, and smart, and go back and do your very important job. Keep those crime stat records coming. Remember, you are loved and respected in America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. All caps, President Donald J. Trump. So he's basically saying, keep doing what you're doing. You're saying abolish ICE. He's not only saying don't abolish ICE, he's saying keep killing.
And there's protests going on now and more protests.
I understand all of that. Yes, I understand all of that. I'm trying to get you just to make that little step from abolish ICE to Trump is behind this. The very thing you want abolished is happening because of him.
The reason for its existence is Donald Trump.
I have said abolish ICE.
I know.
That's all you're getting.
Trump is still your president. Okay, fine. Just let
going.
that simmer. Let it cook in the mind. All right. Next topic, Iran.
I will.
As of this recording, the U.S. What? Hello? You there?
Yep.
Man, her internet's bad.
I'm glitching bad
All right.
today.
Next topic is Iran. As of
Unfortunately.
this recording, the U.S. military completed its 7th consecutive night of strikes on Iran, with attacks shifting further into Iran's interior. Iran has widened its attacks on U.S. allies in the region. A top Iranian military advisor warned the United States could face a, quote, full-scale offensive if the barrage continues. The two U.S. service members, were killed in Jordan, and another is currently missing in action. Trump countered their threat with his own, saying, quote, next week it gets really bad for them because next week comes the power plants. Next week comes the bridges. We're going to knock out all their power plants,
Excellent.
which
Gosh.
would be a war crime if he does that. Iran has
Okay.
suspended its commitments under the Memorandum of Understanding reached last month, and the Supreme Leader called Trump's signature worthless and invalid, accusing the U.S. of repeated breaches. Mom, we are in the 21st week of this war. You disagree with Trump on ICE. Do you disagree with his threat to bomb bridges and power plants in Iran?
I don't even know what to say about that. I'm in disagreement. There's no timeline anymore. There's no nothing anymore. Nothing looks good. Now we have our servicemen being killed, which is terrible. One death over there is way too many. Um, it's bad. It's bad.
Right. I'm asking you though, do you disagree with him threatening to bomb bridges and power plants?
He's trying to do that to shut them off. You know that. To get
But
it
that's a
over
war
with and
crime.
done. Yes.
So remember, he went over there originally to liberate the people of Iran.
Yes.
So now we're going to take out their bridges and their power plant. How is that helping the people of Iran?
I'm so afraid where this is all going. I'm really afraid now. I've never
Yeah,
been afraid. I thought we'd go in there 5, 6 weeks, it would be over. It's not. And now I'm very afraid for everyone. I
during
really
a
am.
press conference, he said something about, like, the Vietnam War lasted 19 years. Like, he started talking about all these other wars and their longevity, as alluding that, like, yeah, this could go on forever. Fuck it.
And all
I
the
don't.
while that he's doing this, his kids are opening companies to make drones, and they had another company, I forget what it is, that's also war related, and he's giving them government contracts.
He
He
wants this
himself is
to,
getting rich from the war.
he wants it to persist.
I don't think he does. I think he's going to blow them all up. And that's the part that I'm afraid of.
Like with a nuclear weapon. He did mention something. There was some tweet where he said he had
Yes.
already used a nuclear weapon in Iran, like inexplicably. He's not all there, obviously. Um, well, what do you think will happen if he uses a nuclear weapon in Iran?
All hell's going to break loose all over.
You think everybody's going
Anybody
to
that
launch
has
nukes?
one's going to start shooting them.
I don't know if that's accurate, but certainly if it's done, we will be the biggest evil in the world.
Hmm.
The
I
rest of the
know.
world will look to America as the villain, and there will be
Right.
coalitions formed in opposition to us. We will lose probably all of our allies in NATO. Um, if he does that, I think it will be catastrophic for the United States for the next 50 years, probably. The rest of all of our lives, certainly. Um, do you think, when do you think the war's going to end?
We talked about that. I thought it would be over soon, but
I
now
know.
I have no idea.
So do you think it's going to take a new president? A different fucking president?
Mm, not so much. I
You,
don't
you
think.
think Donald Trump is going to pull out at any point? You think that
I
he
do.
will?
I said that on the last podcast. I think before he is done with his presidency, I would hope that this war
What
would
leads
be over.
you to believe that? Because we've already, it's a ceasefire. No, it's not. Like, we're going to stop. No, we're not. Now he's talking about taking out power plants and bridges, talking about literally leveling the whole country. What makes you think that he has any intent to pull out?
There are other countries now that said, go back to the table. We all need to negotiate. Maybe other countries might get involved to persuade.
And you think he gives a shit?
I read you
I would
what
hope so.
the Supreme Leader called Trump's signature, aka any promise he can make them, worthless and invalid because he
I
keeps
know.
going back on everything he's saying. He's like, let's come to the table and talk. Here's our points of discussion for a possible ceasefire deal. And then the next day he's tweeting, I'm going to blow up all your bridges and power plants. He's fucking insane.
And didn't there was a picture of a coffin with his name on it that they posted somewhere over there. They're going to kill him, they said.
I
Did you
don't
see
know if
that?
I don't know if that was real or fabricated. I did read it, how they posted on social media
I
a
saw him in a
photo
big,
of
like,
him
night.
and like all of his family members, and then it had coffins underneath.
Yeah. They said they're coming after him.
But who cares?
Yeah.
Fine. Trump is the one deciding to kill. I don't know how many people he's killed in Iran right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Google this real quick and see if I can find it.
That Trump has killed? What are you talking about?
The war that he's waging?
Mm-hmm.
It was like thousands, as I read it a couple of days ago. I can't find it now, the exact number, but it's a bunch. So why wouldn't they want to come after him?
They
Mom, are you
do.
with us?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm with you. I'm Googling what you were Googling.
Okay. Let's move on to our next topic, Trump's big speech. I'll wait till you're done Googling, Mom.
I'm done.
You good? Okay.
Chad
On
gets mad
Thursday
when I
night.
don't look at him. Here.
Thank you very much. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. On Thursday night, Trump gave a speech in which he announced he had declassified documents he claims reveal vulnerabilities in America's election systems, election fraud, and interference by China, and ordered the DOJ to prosecute those believed to be involved. He claimed the documents show China carried out the, quote, largest compromise of election data in history, illicitly acquiring 220 million U.S. voter files starting during the 2020 cycle. That Chinese meddling, quote, included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Biden, that the, quote, deep state concealed damning information from him, that China worked with American journalists to discredit him, and that China wanted him to lose because of his tariff plans. He also claimed Venezuela was manipulating its own election and closed by urging passage of the Save America Act, requiring photo ID and documentary proof of citizenship to vote, all 4 months before the midterms. The problem with the intelligence assessment he declassified is that it directly contradicts him. This is a quote from the assessment. Beijing did not interfere with the election infrastructure, including vote tabulation or the transmission of election results. That's in the document he released, even though he said the opposite. On top of that, Trump was president during the 2020 election and he was shown the classified intelligence on foreign threats early January 2021. So the alleged tampering and alleged cover-up would have happened under his own administration. ABC, NBC, and CNN did not air the speech live on their main channels. CBS aired most of it, but its anchor first told viewers much of what the president has said on election security has been false. They cut away about 5 minutes early. Fox News aired it, but afterwards admitted it could not confirm his claims. Trump was supposedly furious at this, saying during the speech itself that ABC and NBC were engaged in a plot and that fraud like this should mean revocation of their licenses, though networks have broad First Amendment rights over what they do or don't broadcast. So he, of course, is wrong. Mom, do you think China tampered with the 2020 election?
Yes, I always have thought that.
Okay. So
did either one of you guys go to the whitehouse.gov page and look what was on there?
No.
The whitehouse.gov is as useless as fucking Newsmax.
Okay. Well,
it's pure propaganda at this point.
On that page, there was the first thing was the election integrity, and then it had the electronic voting and ballot counting systems. It had China's accusation of they have information about a lot of people in the United States of American voters and data.
Okay. So the 2020 election, you believe China interfered. You believe what Trump is saying is true.
I do.
Trump was president during that time.
Okay.
So how did he let that happen?
A lot of people can get through different things like that.
If that was Joe Biden, you would want him gone.
If it was just the 2020 election, the 2016 election didn't happen under Trump, and it was fine, right? And the 2024 election didn't happen under Trump, and that was fine, right? So only the election that happened when Trump was president is the one that China hacked. How is that possible?
I just think technology is crazy now, and they can get in and get
No,
anything they want.
no. The election both before Trump and after Trump are
Mhm.
supposedly secure. So why would it be the election that Trump is presiding over is the one that China has the ability to hack? That's the only one.
That's the documents they just found and have.
Okay. Do you
Ugh.
think, as Trump said, the networks are engaged in a fraud plot because they chose not to air his speech?
Why did they not choose to air it?
Because they knew it was going to be fucking bullshit.
Yeah, he's lying.
It's
He's the,
bullshit.
he's the president of the United States. All presidents should be heard. They should put it on all the networks.
Disagree.
Okay,
He's a
Mom.
convicted felon rapist.
Okay. He's president of the United States. They should have aired it.
They know that he's trying to invalidate the elections. He is trying to sow doubt in the minds of America that any of our elections are real or safe anymore, so that whatever the outcome is in the next one, if it doesn't go his way, he
They
can say, see,
cheated.
I told you, China interfered, somebody cheated, whatever. The documents that he himself released to back up his claim that
Mhm.
China interfered in the election says this: Beijing did not interfere with the election infrastructure, including vote tabulation or the transmission of election results. That's in the document he released. So he's
When,
telling you China interfered. The
when
documents
was
he
that?
released is saying
When was
they
that
did not.
released, though? That was released ahead of the information they have now, I bet.
No, that's in the shit he put out
Hmm.
because he's an idiot. He didn't read any of those documents. He gives his little speech saying China interfered in the election. We have
Mhm.
documents to prove it. Then the documents he reveals to prove it actually disprove it. And he has his own, I forget who this guy was, but he was on the news immediately after it. Who was
Right.
one of his high up election officials saying, this is wrong. China
How
did not
that?
interfere.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah. He
Of
literally
course
said
not.
it on camera. He's like, yeah, nothing going on here. And then he was like immediately whisked away because they're like, oh, fuck.
He's lying.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's lying.
Don't you think, though, our voting system is not good? It needs to be
Yes,
changed.
I
It
agree.
definitely needs to be changed
I
and
agree. Put
overhauled.
it on our phones. Everybody should
Right.
be able to vote on an app. Done and done.
Right.
Get rid of
Needs
the
to be
Electoral
changed.
College.
Right.
Vote on an app. Those are my two. If I'm running for president, those are my two election reforms that I would do.
Okay.
Would you
Yeah.
vote on an app,
Yes, I would, I think.
Haley?
Yes.
100. I do everything on an app. Of
Me
course I would
too.
vote on an app.
Me too. And everybody's like, oh,
100.
the elections, people can hack it. Da, 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 da. Well, apparently they can hack without a fucking app too, per Donald Trump, right? So what does it matter?
Jesus Christ. He's just lying. He's lying all the time about everything.
How about let the states do all the voting? Let each state
Yeah,
do their own voting.
that's how it is. But he's trying to overturn that. Like when he sent FBI agents into Georgia to steal all the elections from the 2020 or all the ballots from the 2020 election.
Right.
He's doing that so that he can have speeches like this. We went through all the ballots in Georgia. There was massive voter fraud. I would have won.
Have you heard the leaks of him talking to somebody? I don't know who he's talking to, but he says like, I need 11,000 votes. Just find it. Did you hear that? The leak of those phone calls?
I do think we talked about that a long time ago.
No, there were some new ones that came out this week. He's clearly engaging in completely illegal behavior,
Yes.
trying to get an election official in Georgia to basically manufacture fake numbers for him.
There's a phone call, and it is definitely Donald Trump. Illegal as shit.
So how do you feel about that when he's talking about making our elections more secure, but he himself is literally trying to cheat, trying to get election officials to manufacture votes that don't exist for him so he can win that state?
Yeah, I'd like to hear that call. And if he's doing that, that's not right.
He is. All this shit that you're saying, I'd like to hear that call. I need to do more research. Do you believe what me and Haley are telling you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'll look up the call when I leave. You won't let me look down at my iPad ever because I'm not engaging.
Does that make you not? Is that another X? Could we potentially just say like, get rid of Donald Trump? Like he's literally trying to rig the voting system.
That's
Do you
a
think
half
that's
of an X. I want to hear
half of
that.
an X?
I wanna
Rigging the
hear
voting system.
He's trying to fucking rig free and fair elections, and you're like half an X.
I want to
What
hear
the
the
fuck?
conversation.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Y'all are
Our-
hitting me too hard today.
Our next topic
Democracy.
is also going to be about the elections, but let's simmer down a little bit. We've lived all over as a family. We've moved about every 2 years, it seemed like, when we were kids.
What?
We didn't move that much.
You're exaggerating.
I know.
We moved
Pinocchio.
we moved from Great Bend to Amarillo when I was in second grade.
Yes.
We moved from Amarillo to Dallas when
Carrollton.
I was to
Carrollton.
Carrollton, sorry, when I was in sixth grade, seventh grade.
Mhm.
And then again, when I was a
To
sophomore,
Louisville.
we moved to Louisville. So 4 times in a span of 16 years.
Well, is that a lot?
Every 4 years. Every 3 or 4 years. Sorry. 2 years was too much. My apologies. Let me get it right. I wanted to ask us all, what was your favorite town that we ever lived in, and what was something in that town that you liked?
Mine, and I
Nobody-
did ask
Huh?
mine, and I did ask your dad, and I knew we had the same answer. It was where we started. We had no money. We were getting our education. We had a 3-month-old baby. It was hard as hell to get through school. Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, I guess I lived there technically too as a
Yeah, two years,
pre-baby.
Manhattan. And then we later went back to that city for just 1 year for a job when Haley was in college at Kansas State. So Manhattan, Kansas.
You guys lived in Manhattan again?
They lived in Topeka. It's like an
In
hour away.
Topeka.
I remember that house in Topeka. That house was cool. Haley?
I mean, I
She's
haven't
gonna say
really
Manhattan.
loved like anywhere that we lived.
Mhm. Damn.
I don't. Texas is not my thing.
Because you're a gallivanter. You like to gallivant.
It's just hot as fuck here, and like obviously politically it's bullshit. But
Come on, spit it out.
I'm trying to. I guess for me, like that.
She'll say Amarillo.
I'm gonna. It's kind of like Carrollton and Louisville because you know a lot of it is like nostalgia for me, and I
Sure,
remember
me too.
like that house in Carrollton had like a split level, and we would get at the top of the steps and like launch ourselves down to the bottom,
I remember that.
and like yeah, like I don't know, just like crazy shit. And then like, did you put like hot sauce on blow darts or something?
Yeah, because I saw it in a
Rambo or some shit.
No, it was a comic book that I used to read called Punisher War Journal, and he
Yeah.
did that in an issue of that fucking thing. He took a toothpick, dipped it in hot sauce, and put it in his straw and shot it in a guy's ear
Right,
hole.
hot sauce on blow darts. I just have like a lot of like weird fucking like weird memories like surrounding that house in Carrollton.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like nostalgic for me. But then also I really loved Louisville because I was like preteen into teenage years, and that's just really formative you know, years of your life. So I think kind of both of those for me. I don't know. I have lots of memories in both of those places.
Yeah, I do too,
Oh.
but I think Carrollton edges it out for me because I was younger there too. That was when I was going into like seventh grade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
New town. We had just moved from Amarillo. I had to make a bunch of new friends, many of whom are still like some of my best friends to this day. Last night, I just played Magic the Gathering online with a bunch of them. Yeah, I really enjoy, at least nostalgically, I enjoyed Carrollton. That was also pre-internet. So it seems almost like a different world at this
That's
point.
true.
You know?
That's true.
But yeah, Carrollton.
You
probably
made
is it
like
for
your
me.
first movies in that house. You used to do like stop motion, and then you'd make me get in chairs and like spin, you know, to like make stop.
Yeah. I used to,
Yeah.
I wrote a book in that house too. My first book. It was like a sprawling fantasy novel that's probably somewhere in a fucking box on like 10 5-inch floppy disks now, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I have good memories in that house for sure.
I remember going in that garage with my jump rope that I had won at like a book fair or some shit, and I was on the jump rope team just doing like 200 jumps per minute, like getting ready for the big heat. I have like a lot of memories in that house.
That garage, I also remember Dad would force me to go out there every day and swing my baseball bat 100 times, no matter how hot it was or not. Did you swing your fucking baseball bat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay, moving on.
All right. Moving on. Our fourth topic is Trump is rigging the elections, Mom. Last week, Trump fired everybody at the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, the federal agency that certifies voting equipment and sets election security standards. This week, his new head of Homeland Security, Mark Wayne Mullen,
said that states refusing to participate in Trump's new mandatory election process may be deprived of federal funds and resources to run their elections, and that state election officials, quote, can also be held accountable by fines, by penalties, and even, depending on how far it goes, prison time.
Jesus.
He's demanding that states participate in Trump's SAVE program, which has not yet been signed into law, including DHS security enhancements that include handing over their voter rolls to Trump. He said if they don't, quote, we will scrub all election records. However, this is in direct opposition to the Constitution. Article 1, Section 4 gives states the power to run their own elections with Congress, not the executive branch, able to set federal regulations. So, why do you think, Mom, Trump is doing so much to change our electoral process? He won.
I don't think any of that's going to happen. I think he's just yakking.
But okay, fine. Why is he yakking? Why does he want to do this? Whether it does happen or not, why does he even want to do this?
He is not running again.
I'm not even saying he is. I'm asking you the question, why is he trying to change our elections so drastically? Why is he firing everybody who oversees them?
Like I said, it needs an overhaul. It needs to be better, I guess.
That's not why he's doing it. He's doing it
Why?
so they can cheat. You've even heard Mike Johnson say, like, if the libs win in November, we're all going to jail. They're taking our families down with us.
That was not Mike Johnson. That was Steve Bannon.
That's right, Steve.
No,
Bannon.
it was also Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson said they're all going to jail?
Mike Johnson said that. He said,
God,
if
he's
they
such a little
win, they're
turd.
coming for us and our families. And do you want that?
Yeah. Did you see that clip of him where they asked him about, I believe it was about the guy who got murdered by ICE in Maine? And he's like, well, I haven't seen anything about that. I've been a little busy. I've been working like 20 hours over the past few days.
I fucking hate him.
And it's like, oh, so just like a regular job then?
Yeah. I don't know.
So I'm sorry. Don't get me started on Mike Johnson.
I know.
I really hate that guy. Mom, though, I want to get back to this. You're saying the election needs to be overhauled. Great. Do you think firing the people who oversee it to make it safe and free and fair makes it better?
No, probably not.
Okay.
No.
Right. Now, Mark Wayne Mullen, the guy that he's put as head of DHS, is saying if these state officials don't comply with everything that Trump wants done, which is basically like handing over your voter rolls so they can just eliminate whoever the fuck they want.
Right.
They will put you in prison.
It's ridiculous.
How do you think that's helping?
It's not. It's ridiculous.
Okay. So would you say you're now against Trump on elections?
If that's what he's trying to do? Yes.
That is what he's trying to. He's attempting to do it now.
It's not going to happen.
It's very authoritarian. Like democracy is dying on every level.
It's not going to happen.
You're saying it's not going to happen, but Mom, you said that about the Iran war. We're now 21 weeks in.
There's no way that this can happen with elections, that people would allow him to do this. He's just yakking.
Allow him to do who are you talking about? Who is here to allow him? He has fired everyone. They're gone. There is nothing stopping him.
This is one of the main ways authoritarians take power is they come into office and then they just start firing everybody in any department that doesn't do exactly what they want. That's how we have people like Mark Wayne Mullen, Mike Johnson, Kash Patel, Pete Hegseth. All of these people, they will just tell him yes to anything he wants. And that is what an authoritarian has to have that in place. So I
guarantee the next election, none of that will be in place. No.
But even if it's not, you're missing the bigger point. He's trying to do this. He went on national television making that big speech on Thursday saying the elections are fucked up. China came in. They're corrupt. They tried to fix the election. Now he's like, I'm firing everybody in charge of elections. Now he's got his head of DHS saying, we'll put you in fucking jail if you don't do exactly what we say.
Scared
so whether
can't do it.
Okay, fine.
But
fine.
You're not understanding.
Doing it though.
He's saying these things. He believes these things. How can you support someone who wants to do these things? How can you support that?
I don't support that.
So that's another X. So everything Trump is doing, you do not support. So at what point do you not support Donald Trump?
He's still my president.
Why? As a
Because I voted
collective,
for him.
all of it
Because
doesn't
I
matter.
voted for him in good
That
faith.
doesn't matter.
Yes,
You're
it
not a
does.
loyalist to a fucking president. You can be loyal to Chad and I. We're your family. That's great.
That's
Fucking
right.
Donald Trump, he's trying to fuck you over at every turn. Why do you have to remain loyal? There is no reason. You can say, I was wrong and I'm not going to vote for him ever again. You can say that. That's okay.
I've already told you if he would run again, I would not vote for him. I've told you that.
Right.
But it's
But-
okay
but-
to denounce him now.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be your
I'm
president.
not doing this today. I'm not doing it
Okay,
today.
you don't have to, but like in every episode that we do now, I mean, we're getting you closer. Obviously, you, I would think, would recognize that. You said abolish ICE. That's as leftist as it gets.
Yes.
You're saying universal health care. That's as leftist as it gets.
Can I
Yeah.
ask you about E. Jean Carroll? This like eats away at me daily. He paid her $5 million because he was found guilty not only in a civil court of law, but by the Supreme Court of raping her. Why do you support him?
We've talked about that.
Tell me about it now.
still
Why
don't
do you
believe-
support him?
I still don't believe the lady. I know you're going to say that the jury did. I don't believe the lady.
So you think that the Supreme Court said pay her $5 million for shits and gigs?
In a civil court, it doesn't have to be proven like
The
all the way.
Supreme Court?
Yeah,
It has to be like, what was it, 51% or something? Or
What? No.
So you don't believe in civil court?
Yes,
I
every
don't
civil
believe the
decision,
lady.
but
Why-
everyone
why?
else does.
Yeah,
All
why-
other courts that she has gone through believe her.
Why?
Because she was paid $10 million by, who was the big Democratic foundation
None of
to
that's
go
real.
up and lie.
None of this is real. This is more propaganda.
Okay.
So let's say you don't believe her. Trump has something like 30 allegations of sexual misconduct against him. Do you believe any of them?
I haven't read into every one of them, but I know you guys pound me on those every day too.
It's because the
every
number
day.
is alarming. The number is alarming. You can't ignore it.
You yourself have seen him bragging about sexually assaulting women on that Access Hollywood tape. That's how he came into American politics, by bragging about his proclivity to sexually assault women whenever he wants.
And then
he can't be
surrounds
stopped.
he surrounds himself with people like Jeffrey Epstein. Like all of these things, when you look at the collective of all of this information, does it not make you think he's a sexual
I'm
predator?
Thinking. I'm thinking. Let me think a
Okay.
while.
Okay.
All right. You can have
Okay.
another 4.5 years to think. Our next
Let me
subject
think.
is Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche, Trump's personal attorney, who was only ever supposed to be a temporary AG after Pam Bondi was fired, had his confirmation hearings this week to become the permanent attorney general. He was smug and dismissive, but did acknowledge that the DOJ made errors in their handling the Epstein files, saying approximately 1% of the redactions had to be fixed. These were mistakes that exposed survivors' personal information, which victims say still remains online. Senator Tom Tillis dropped an ultimatum. He expected Blanche to meet with Epstein survivors before he'd vote him out of the committee. Blanche begrudgingly spent about an hour with survivors at DOJ that afternoon, and their reviews of the meeting were scathing. Annie Farmer, who testified at Maxwell's trial, called him, quote, abrasive, condescending, and intentionally non-committal to survivors, saying she's now, quote, even more confident in urging senators to vote against his confirmation. Another survivor said he treated the meeting as a, quote, mere check-the-box exercise intended to secure votes, offering no credible plan for accountability beyond Epstein and Maxwell. Liz Stein called it demoralizing, and Virginia Giuffre's brother said there was no sense of compassion from Blanche. Despite his dismissal of the Epstein victims and his clear conflict of interest as Trump's personal lawyer, it seems likely that Republicans are going to vote to move him to a bigger confirmation vote in the full Senate. Mom, you said you didn't think Trump would have Todd Blanche be anything other than a temporary attorney general until they found somebody to replace him after Pam Bondi got fired. Do you still think that?
I know. I said that earlier on a podcast. I don't think they will pass him in the Senate.
No,
I don't.
that's not what I asked. That's not what I
What?
asked. My
What?
question is, you thought Trump was not going to have him try to be the permanent attorney general. Do you still think that?
I was wrong, apparently, because he's trying to get him in there now.
Correct.
I
And
was
why do
wrong.
you think he's trying to get his personal attorney to be the attorney general?
To do things for him, probably.
Right? And should
Correct.
the attorney general be in that position where the president can
Guess
just call him
what?
up and say, do shit for me?
No. But
Okay.
if you believe that, Haley believes that, aren't there going to be some Democrats that believe that and won't pass him through? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think they're
The-
going to they're going
The
to vote him in.
Republicans control the Senate, to let you know. They don't
Okay.
need the Democrats. Right now, though, I think there's 2 Republicans who are saying they likely won't vote him
Right.
through to the next round. We don't know. But
Mhm.
all of that is irrelevant to what I'm saying. Trump is trying to get his personal attorney to be the permanent attorney general. Why do you think that is?
I just said that.
It's to
So he can
protect
do,
himself.
yes, things for him.
Yes, if anybody wants to take a charge against the president, it's the attorney general,
And like I
which
said,
Todd Blanche will not do, obviously.
I don't think he's going to be voted in. There's going to be some Republicans that turn on him.
That's fine. You're missing the point here. I'm not even talking about if he's going to be the attorney general permanently or not. I'm talking about why Trump is doing this. This is a man who refused to meet with Epstein survivors for 9 months. Begrudgingly, he did it for an hour after on this panel at this hearing, he was told, you have to meet with these women or we're not going to fucking vote you through. So he's like, fine, I'll do it. They all come out of that meeting saying this guy's a piece of shit. He was fucking condescending to us. It was like a chore for him to be there. He was just checking a fucking box. That's the guy that Donald Trump wants to be the attorney general for the duration.
Right.
So whether it happens or not, your president, Donald Trump, wants it to happen. How do you feel about that?
Sickening.
Okay.
Okay.
Another X, you'd say.
How
So
many
you're
X's
against
do
Trump
we have?
on... That's what I was going to do, a little quick tally. You're against Trump on the Iran war. Yes?
ICE.
Yes.
You're against Trump on ICE. You're against Trump on healthcare. You're against Trump on the running for a third term, which he's hinted at. You're against Trump now on Todd Blanche being the attorney general. I'm sure there's some other ones.
Hespeth and fucking Kash Patel are still going strong.
Hespeth.
Well, speaking of Hespeth,
I know. There we go.
he is our final topic.
This
Testosterone.
shit is unfucking real. Unfucking real.
Testosterone.
Demands more testosterone.
Jesus Christ.
After several... Whoa. Mom got some guns.
Well,
Holy
this is
shit.
bad down here, but up there,
Mom's hitting the T.
Damn.
I got the T in me.
Got to get you in the Army. After several failed attempts to appear to be an alpha male, including lifting weights on camera and doing pull-ups. Before I go further into this, do you remember when Paul Ryan had those fucking wacky pictures come out where he had on a backwards red baseball cap and he was holding like dumbbells? What is this weird fascination with these dudes and being like, I need a picture of me lifting weights?
It's part of the whole like Andrew Tate, like the online
Manosphere thing.
Yes, it's fucking repulsive. Which, by
Did
the
you
way,
see
him
they
and
got
his brother just
fucking
got
arrested?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God.
Wild.
I fucking hate them.
Mom, before we get into this, I want to ask you, do you like it when you see like Pete Hegseth doing these photo shoots where he's lifting weights and stuff? Does that make you think he's
barely
like more manly?
lifting weights? Let's be real.
Very
He's
stupid.
struggling to do those bench presses.
Very stupid. Let's get to the topic.
Okay.
The topic is this: when you get into...
Let me read this. Let me read this. Let me go through it. Okay, hang on. Are you ready?
Yes.
Pete Hegseth has launched his latest overcompensation in the form of a mandatory testosterone testing for the military. Service members 30 and older will have their testosterone levels tested annually. Hegseth called this plan the High T Department of War. He claimed this would enable troops to have biological foundation required to sustain the fight and keeping them on the, quote, leading edge of lethality. There are unanswered questions about how this is going to affect women in the military. The Pentagon didn't say whether female troops could be evaluated for estrogen-based therapy and perimenopause. And this is all in light of the Navy SEALs having come under scrutiny in recent years for testosterone and PED use. And the Navy previously started drug testing specifically to screen out testosterone-related substances after a recruit's death. So, this is like literally the opposite of what is being done now in the military. So,
Yes.
Mom, do you think this is hormone therapy? Do you think hormone therapy should be allowed in the military?
This is not hormone therapy.
Yes, it is.
This is testing someone for testosterone. Now,
Yes,
So
number
and
one.
then
here,
injecting them with more
so
of it.
so
No,
it's
they
basically gender
no,
affirming care,
they keep
okay?
Yes.
And
calling.
what they want to do is, if you're transgender, fuck you. You don't get your gender affirming care, but these assholes in the fucking military, we're going to make sure they're pumped full of tea.
That's not what that is saying. Okay, number one, when you
It
go into the
is.
military, you have to have a physical exam. Everybody has to, whether you're a man
Okay.
or a woman.
Yeah.
You get your physical exam, you get your blood work, all of that. Now, what they are saying, he wants to test testosterone in all of the men, not the women.
Everybody.
Okay.
It's
Because
testing
what?
every service member, he said.
Yeah,
Now, but they're not clear about what that means for women.
that's right. It
Well,
says
it
not.
means they're going to try to phase women out of the military. It's all part of the white nationalist, the Christian, like this whole fucking thing. They want women in the kitchen, pregnant and breeding.
You
That is what
guys,
they want women to
oh my
become.
God. You guys jump to so many conclusions, what you think, but I do think this is the most stupidest idea. Is that the right word that I've ever heard of? This is ridiculous. It says service members age 30 and older will have the screening. If
Hmm.
you're younger than 30, you don't have to have the screening. You can do it
Okay.
voluntarily. And then if you aren't high enough with your big T, you can say, yes, I'll take some or not. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But Mom, you're saying the idea that what Haley was talking about, that the right in America is trying to promote this idea of, women should be making my dinner and having my kids. You're saying that that's crazy, but it literally comes up again and again and again. Do you remember when Trump and JD Vance were trying to float the idea of a tax for single women with no children?
No.
Okay, well, that happened last year, I think it was. Single cat ladies. Remember
Oh,
that
the
when
cat
JD Vance said
ladies.
that?
Yeah.
Saying
Yeah, I
basically
know.
like you're a piece of shit if you're a woman and you don't have children.
Okay.
And then you've got Erica Kirk out here telling people you need to have more babies than you can afford.
Well,
Have you seen all of that shit?
Erica Kirk is a whole new situation there in topic,
No,
but
it's
I,
all in the same fucking category.
I don't see this like, when we talk to Peppermint and medically changed and all that, that's not what this is about. I do not think.
No,
I think he wants to pump up the guys with
right.
testosterone to fight. And
Of
it's
course.
It's
ridiculous.
gender affirming care for men
Yeah.
only. No one else is allowed that luxury. Just men who are low on tea because they want them all fucking ranged up. And then you
Okay.
see this guy on Fox News. What's his fucking name? He was on Fox News basically saying, like, once they get their tea in them, all those women on those bases better watch the fuck out because they're going to be wild animals.
Oh, yeah.
Literally,
Well,
like, just
Jesus.
stupid.
perpetuating rape culture.
Ugh. I didn't even think of that, Haley. I just think it's stupid. I mean,
You
I
don't
thought
have to
that,
think of it. It's being perpetuated by the right on Fox News. That a big,
huh,
strong man can just like do what he wants.
I
They
haven't seen
want
it on
women
you.
in the kitchen. They want women out of the military. Pete Hespeth has said as much.
I haven't seen it on Newsmax yet.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
But
ridiculous.
you're just missing this as like a joke, but it's all part of this bigger kind of fundamental change that they're pushing constantly, which is
Uh-huh.
exactly what Haley's saying. Get women out of the military and back in the kitchen, back in the bedrooms. That's what this is. And the kind of like the crazy double standard of it is that it is gender affirming care, but they are fighting tooth and nail against it for any trans people.
But like, I did read like if your testosterone is low, you get fatigued, you get very tired
Okay, all
easily.
right. So let's talk about estrogen levels. Let's talk about
Same thing
menopause. Let's
there.
talk
Yeah,
about the women in the military who need that kind of care as well. We're not even
same.
addressing that. Hespeth
Right.
said everything for the men, women don't fucking matter.
Right.
Trans
Same.
people don't fucking matter. We're literally catering to fucking dudes in the military
Right.
and their hormone imbalance.
Okay, listen to me. Ridiculous. When I heard it, ridiculous.
So you disagree with it.
I do disagree with it.
So let's just go back through today's list of topics.
We don't have to. I've disagreed with everything.
No, right? So ice.
Let's end with some dweebing. Like, I need some of that.
Dweebing?
What?
Whatever it's called. What do we call it? I need it.
Dweebing?
Dweebing?
What do we call it?
Gibberish, I think you mean.
Yeah,
Jibbing.
gibberish.
Okay. You disagree with ICE. Trump said he wants them back in the streets doing what they're doing. You disagree with him on that?
Yep.
Okay.
Beat me up. Keep going.
Iran. I'm not beating you up. I want to have a checklist. I'm trying to keep track of all the X's. Iran. He has said we're going to blow up their civilian infrastructure. That's a war crime. You disagree with that?
Yep.
Okay. That's 2 for 2 you disagree with. His big speech, this one you might agree with him, that China
I did.
fucked with our election in 2020.
Yes.
You believe that lie
And I went to the White House page and read that stuff, and I did like it.
I need you
It
to
had, like,
understand
voter
the
stuff
White
in
House.
Minnesota going on. I liked it.
You need to understand the whitehouse.gov is literally the equivalent of Newsmax.
It's my favorite page. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, but you didn't read the actual document he released, which says Beijing did not interfere with election infrastructure, including vote tabulation or the transmission of election results. That's
Okay.
in the document he released,
Okay.
contradicting exactly what he's saying.
Okay.
Okay. Our fourth topic was Trump rigging the elections. You don't agree with him firing all these people
No.
and saying state election officials can go to fucking jail if they don't do exactly what he says, right? You don't agree with that?
Correct.
All right, so that is 3 out of 4. Todd Blanche, you don't want him to be the permanent attorney general?
No.
4 out of 5. And finally, Hegseth's low T demands on the United States military you think is a joke and disagree with. So 5 out of the 6 topics this week you are against Trump on.
I got one in there. I'm hanging on by a thread, it looks like.
I mean,
Yeah.
statistically,
Oh, my
that's just
friend.
ridiculous. You're like, I got that one, though.
Yeah. And the one
One
is
counts.
the craziest thing about it to me is that one is the one that has been very credibly proven to be a complete lie by
go back
even
and
by
read that.
himself, by the
I'll go
very
back and read
documents he put out, huh?
Okay. I'll go back and read that later when I have time.
And by his own election official, who immediately after he made that speech was on camera saying like, no, there was no Chinese election interference.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So that's where we are.
No more pounding.
We're not pounding you. There's no pounding. We're having conversations about this stuff.
Mm-hmm. I love you, Haley. I'm proud of you. I love you, Chad. I'm proud of you. Your
Thank you
dad
very
says
much.
hi. He's getting stronger.
All right. I love
I
you
got to
too,
see my
Haley.
shiny hiney. I got to see shiny hiney. And
Nice.
I made a new friend.
All right. Mom, I love you. Thank you very much for doing this. We are getting you closer. Can you give us one? Let's see if we can ratchet it up. Let's hear Abolish ICE.
Chad,
Let's hear it.
really?
Let's just hear it. Please, I love
said
it. I know, but it
Abolish
makes me feel.
ICE. I
Thank
said it.
You
How
want
many
me
times
to-
that's...
Now, can we ratchet that up? Can we get a fuck ICE?
No, we ain't ratcheting that up today.
Okay. I'll take Abolish ICE. Thank you.
If I send you a Hive Bakery Buckeyes t-shirt, would you wear it? Or Chinga La Migra?
What is Chingalamingra?
Basically means fuck ice.
I would like the other one, probably.
You'll wear it?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
Haley, I love you. I'm also very proud of you. It's incredible to watch all the social media you're posting and that you're selling out all your stuff instantaneously is absolutely awesome, I think. And Dad, I love him too. I'm glad he's getting stronger.
Don't forget the small people, Haley, around you, okay?
The fuck?
Me and Chadley.
Love you, Mom. Tell Dad I love him. Chad, I love you. I don't know. It's been crazy. It's been 2 weeks of literally lines like out the door around the complex and into the parking lot. And we are, we're making, I calculated like 6 to 7 times what we usually would in a day.
Wow.
And
busy.
it's not sustainable. There's only 10 of us doing this, and everybody has their jobs, and we can't all kind of like do everybody's everything. But
you're a busy bee.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get. This thing is ongoing for months and months. It's like bullshit with the town and parking and all these things. But there's a building that we're trying to get into that I'm hoping by next week we'll have like some definitive answers, but we're trying to get into a bigger space because I need
Good.
more room to grow. So cross your fucking fingers, your
All right.
fingies. But yeah,
It's
been
already
crazy.
happened. You just have to live through it.
Like Chad said before, gotta jump. I gotta jump, everybody. Time to jump.
Jump.
I remember one time Chad had to get out of a podcast. He said, I gotta jump.
I gotta jump.
Gotta jump.
Is that what you
remember.
say?
I don't think I've ever said that, but
Okay, I'll find
thank
it.
you all for joining us. I will be back tonight at 6 p.m. PST. Is anybody joining me for a live show?
Not tonight. I can't.
I might be able to. We'll see. We'll see.
I will be working.
As will I. I'm moving back to the original time now that Love Island is over. Congratulations to Tribonicity on their big win, redefining reality dating formats as we know it. So join me tonight, 6 p.m. PST. Thank you, everybody, for joining us now. And we will also be back Wednesday with another episode, just you and me, Mom, probably talking about whatever bullshit Trump is doing this week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Am I uploaded?